Wolf of Wall Street quotes from the book by Jordan Belfort. Today in this video, I'm going to help you actually focus on what things to put in your mind to get out the sales results that you want. Now, we've helped thousands of coaches, consultants, and sales reps in the coaching space, and some of our most successful clients. In fact, one of my clients, Lucy, shared with me just the other day that what she puts in is absolutely what she gets out, and that's going to be the same for you. And we're going to talk about some of the quotes and things to think about that are going to make you more successful in your sales today. Now, if you like this video, make sure to mash that like button so that I know to create more content like this. Comment with any comments that you thoughts, feelings, questions about this video. And of course, if you want more content like this, click the subscribe button so you get notified by the little notification bell in the corner the next time that we produce a video. Now let's go. So let's just dive into a few of these quotes. And, I will say that I'm not a huge fan of Jordan Belfort for obvious reasons. Obviously, in the movie Wolf of Wall Street, he's not the best guy. Now, he's certainly, from what I understand, paid his debt to society, and now he's got a sales training course and a program. And certainly, I've looked at some of his stuff, and there's some good stuff in there. I'm not a big fan of the bro marketing, bro sales approach. Just not my thing. I really am a big believer in connecting with people and having real conversations that help transform lives. So, but that doesn't mean there isn't some good and some value in looking at other successful people who have a different perspective. And so these are just some of the quotes that I really do like, and I thought I would share because these quotes are some of the best ways to think about success and about really being successful in building your business and sales, etc. So I'm just going to go through a few of these and kind of talk about what they mean to me and why I think that this is a good frame for you, especially if you're trying to succeed in sales. So first one is, and I really like this because it's kind of like the analogy of burning the boats. I want you to back yourself into a corner. Give yourself no choice but to succeed. Let the consequences of failure become so dire and so unthinkable that you'll have no choice but to do whatever it takes to succeed. Okay, this is really good because it's clarifying doubt. Okay, when there's any doubt in your mind about what you want to create, you're going to find resistance left and right. Now, resistance isn't always bad. In fact, oftentimes resistance is a sign that you're on the right path. But you need to have total resolve in what you want to create, because when you do, magic will happen. And so that's what I really like about this quote, is that any time in my life where I have backed myself into a corner, where I've committed to someone that I was going to do something, and there have been times with mentors that I've written a check that they were going to cash and send to an organization I was not a fan of, an ex-girlfriend, whatever it is, some way to back yourself into a corner. So I really like this quote because when you do that, like I said, magic happens, doors open in ways you can't even fathom. So the next one that I really like is, if you give people a good enough why, they will always figure out the how. I can't stress that enough. Simon Sinek, in his book, Ask Why. Anyway, Simon Sinek's got a book that I really like that goes into forming your why. And when I think it's start with why. When you start with why, when you start from that perspective, you're really in a place where the how will materialize. Again, this gets to that clarity of vision of what you want connected to your why. When you come from that place, you can figure out the how. But you have to have a really deep and meaningful why, because when it gets hard, it's very easy to throw in the towel if you don't have a powerful why. Okay, the next one. The easiest way to make money is create something of such value that everybody wants, and go out and give and create value. The money comes automatically. And I really do like this. And as much as I've got my issues with Jordan Belfort, I will say that that's really how I try to live my life and how I tell anyone who wants to create a business in the world and is trying to figure out, what should I sell or what business should I start? And it's like, well, what's the best way that you can create value in the world? What are the problems that you can solve that are valuable, that can allow you to create a business that's going to be successful? So if you just focus on creating something of such immense value, you're going to really find very quickly that there's a way to make good income from doing that. So always start from a place of service and start from a place of creating value. The next one that I like is, without action, the best intentions in the world are nothing more than that, intentions. So true. Look, life's about action. Like, we've got lots of ideas, but until we put them into practice, it means nothing. And I know, in Stephen Pressfield's book, the War of Art, he talks about shipping, getting your stuff out there. It doesn't have to be perfect, especially if you're an entrepreneur, if you're an artist, if you're a creator. Your creations are never going to, they're like your children. They're never going to be, everything that you hope. They're going to be what they are in the world, and they're going to continue to improve. And I say that about your children because, look, at the end of the day, your kids want to be what they want to be, and we have to let them be that. And that's the same thing with your art. When you put it out into the world, your creation, your business, you have this vision of something so much better. But the best way for it to improve is it's just like a diamond. It comes out as this, as this piece of rock, right? And it gets shined up, right? Oh, and once we shine it and we polish it, we see this beautiful diamond. And it's the earth, it's the wind, it's the water, it's all of those things that eventually shine that piece of mineral into this shiny, polished diamond. And that's the same thing with anything that you're putting out there. So take action. Don't just intend to create something. Don't just intend to put something out to the world. Just do it. Take imperfect action. I can't stress that enough. The next one is 97% of the people who quit too soon are employed by the 3% who didn't. And this is, in the book Think and Grow Rich, they talk a lot about 3 feet from gold. And I just can't stress enough that, most people I see quit when they are that close. Because when you get that close to everything that you've been working towards, it's, whether you're woo-woo or not, things get hard, right? The universe will put things in your way. They'll put the resistance in your way because it's almost kind of like are you sure you want this? Are you really ready to push that last little bit to get there? And most people throw in the towel and they give up when they're that close. And so the 3% that don't are the ones who truly make it. And so that's one of the reasons that I like that quote, is because most people give up when they are so close, and they give up just a little bit too soon. Okay, next one. I believe in total immersion. If you want to be rich, you have to program your mind to be rich. You have to unlearn all the thoughts that were making you poor and replace them with new thoughts, rich thoughts. Now, look, regardless of how you feel about money, and to me, there's a lot more to wealth and to being rich than money. But what I like about this is the idea that you do have to program your mind to be what you want it to be, right? You have to unlearn the thoughts. We have these conditioned patterns from growing up that cause us to believe things about the world that aren't always true. And so if you want to change the outcomes that you're getting in the world, if you want to live a wealthier life, whether that be with money or experiences or whatever, you have to change the way that you think about the world around you. And you have to question everything. And by the way, that will serve you in sales so much, because one of the reasons I'm so successful in sales is because I've learned to be curious. I question everything. There's nothing that comes to me that I don't like. I don't just buy it at face value. I want to question it. Drives some of my people in my relationships with family, friends crazy, but it's also made me very successful, because when I'm on a sales call, I don't just buy what somebody's telling me. I ask questions until I understand, and I can't stress enough how important that is in the way that you think. So the next one is, the only thing standing between you and your goal is the BS story you keep telling yourself as to why you can't achieve it. And I think this relates to the last one, which is why I kept it on here, because really it's all about what we think, right? You're the only thing that's really standing between you and what you want. And it might be that there's actions you have to take that you don't feel comfortable taking or that you don't want to take, but the only thing standing between you and whatever it is you want to achieve is you. So get really clear on that. And the cool thing about thinking things that way, and the reason I like this quote so much, is when you come at the world from that perspective, it's a very empowering place to be. You're no longer a victim of what happens to you. You are empowered to realize that, hey, whatever I want to create, I'm the only thing standing in my way. And from that perspective, as an empowered person, you are the one who can change that. You're the one who can get what you want. And so the last one that I want to share is, successful people are 100% convinced that they are masters of their own destiny. They are not creatures of circumstance. They create circumstances. If the circumstances around them suck, they change them. And look, this is so true. And what is success to you and what is success to someone else? It doesn't matter. Everybody's got their own definition of what success is. So, that's not for me to decide. That's for you to decide. What is your definition of success? But those who actually are convinced that they are the masters of their own destiny are successful because, again, just like the last quote, they're empowered. They recognize that they're the only thing standing in their way, and it's not circumstances that are going to create the reality that they've got. They create those circumstances. And when you come at the world from that perspective, again, it's just, whether you want to believe it's woo-woo magic or whether it's just the literal fact that you don't give up, you keep going until you get the result you want. Either one of those beliefs is going to get you there. So create your own circumstances. Take action in your own way. And that's really what a lot of these quotes were about today, and what I did like about the quotes from the book, and why I wanted to share some of them with you. Because here's the other thing. Whether you like a particular persona, whoever it might be in the world, whether it be a sales trainer with me, whether it be a political leader or anyone else, there is still good that can be learned. You can always pull the good from just about anywhere. And there were some really, really good quotes in here, and I hope that you take some of these to heart. And if you like this video, make sure to mash that like button so that I know we can create more content just like this. If you've got any questions or thoughts that you want to share with me, put those in the comments below this video. Of course, if you'd like more content like this, click the subscribe button so you get notified by the little notification bell in the corner. And if you want more training and guidance and to interact with us on a more personal basis in our community on Facebook, click the link in the description box below this video.